Hey guys, Dr. Rebecca Warren here with Dr. Nathan Warren, and we are Doctors Warren. You can find us here on Facebook, doctorswarren.com, and on YouTube at Doctors Warren. Pretty easy to remember. So we wanted to spend this next week talking about natural and free ways that you can take care of your immune system. How do you strengthen your body? How do you strengthen your immune system? Now, this next one was really important for us to share because it has to do with getting outside. It's important for us to share this because a lot of people are social distancing and not getting outside. And what they don't realize, or what you might not realize when you're staying inside and you're not getting outside, is that you're breaking down your body, you're putting more stress on your body. You as a human being are meant to go outside and connect with the earth. And so today we're going to talk about grounding. We're going to talk about how to do it and what the research says, because grounding, which is also known as earthing, is essential to your well-being.
Yes, no doubt. So first study, because again, we like to connect it with scientific research, is from the Journal of Inflammation Research. And so what they actually showed, pretty profound results when they reviewed the literature. So they did a systematic review of the literature, and they basically found that it improved things like inflammatory markers, cytokine levels. It improved actual white blood cell count, natural killer cell count. It showed improvement in sleep and resetting circadian rhythm, as well as resetting circadian biology of cellular function. So what does that mean? Basically, it affected every single part of the body in a positive way. Now, what's so amazing about this is, of course, it would make sense because, again, you're literally connecting with, Mother Nature itself. You're connecting with, again, the earth, and you actually have what's called ion exchange.
Yeah, so another study actually found that they did a study on people that were having difficulty sleeping. And there's a lot of you guys out there that are having difficulty sleeping. And it was a small group size used for the research, but it was extraordinary because all 12 of them, what they did was this. They tested their cortisol. A lot of you guys are having trouble sleeping because your cortisol, your adrenals, your nervous system is just so overwhelmed. So what they did is they tested cortisol when they were having trouble sleeping. Then they had them lay on a grounding or an earthing mat and they slept through the night. Then they tested their cortisol after, and they saw a decrease. They saw their cortisol balance because they were grounding and earthing, because of this ion exchange. So is grounding this super miracle technique that's going to help you fight and cure coronavirus? No. The thing about grounding is you were meant to always be outside barefoot. That's what grounding is getting outside barefoot. We were meant to not wear shoes all the time, to be inside. We are animals. We were meant to be outside and to be barefoot. Yep. That's what grounding and earthing is. So it's not that this thing is going to cure everything for you, but it's something that you are lacking, especially now more than ever when you're staying inside all day long. You have to get outside and ground.
Yeah, and I think one of the really cool things too that I've been reading into quite a bit. So going through Dr. Pollack's book, The Fourth Phase of Water, you start to realize just how powerful, again, this negative ion exchange actually is. And what he talks about is, again, you can actually take, for an example, I thought this was such a cool study. They would take water and they'd put it into a lead box, right? And so when it was in a lead box, there was no light that could get to it. There was no life that could get to it. And when they tested the energy of the water, it was basically dead. There was no energy to that water. Then when they exposed it to sunlight and they tested it, they saw, again, the energized water. They saw this water basically come to life, the structure of the water molecules. Then when they took that box, they set it on the ground, and with it exposed to light, again, the energy was increased within inside of the water, and it showed a change in the molecular structure of the water. And so this is a huge deal because, again, when we're looking at what you're made out of water, but it's not just what you would think of as liquid water. A perfect example of that is, when's the last time that you saw somebody that you cut yourself and you saw water come out of you? You don't, right? So water is in a different phase. in your cell, it's in a gel-like matrix, right? This is something that, again, is not something that Dr. Nathan or Dr. Rebecca made up. This is literally cutting-edge biology that most of your kids aren't even learning yet in school, but will change the whole structure of biology which they learn. So you have this gel-like water inside of your cell. It is vastly important, though, because it is what brings nutrients into the cell and transports toxins out of the cell. And one of the things that keeps that gel healthy in what they call easy water, what keeps it healthy is literally connecting with the earth and having that negative ion exchange. We know that literally the earth's energy is being transported into you, which again, this isn't woo-woo, just made up. This is
I'm
literally
not a
cutting
woo-woo
edge
person.
science. Not at all.
We wouldn't be doing that. But you are made up of energy. Your molecules, that even all the way down to these tiny little atoms, they are vibrating with energy. So getting outside, how do you ground? How do you earth? It's really easy. Do you remember when you were a kid and you would run around barefoot everywhere? I mean, Elijah still does it. It's the grossest thing ever. But I let him, not gross outside, but sometimes he does in the store and stuff. But that's a whole other thing. It's going barefoot, going outside and standing in the sun. Really great for grounding and earthing. Really great for your vitamin D hormone levels. But you also talk about grounding or earthing, going outside barefoot when the sun is setting.
Yeah, oh yes, because when the sun is setting, you get some really great benefits. So like at night when you see the pink color in the sky, we actually know that you get a release of what's called lithium. So you get lithium production in the brain, which has been shown to do things like improve mood, support like neurotransmitters in the brain and the way your brain functions. So again, all just by standing on the ground at night, right? And being able to take in the color of the sky, and then the opposite of that in the morning, which is so cool. In the morning, you're getting more of the blue light, so it's helping to wake you up. It's resetting your circadian rhythm. And again, it's a vital tool, right? It's a tool that we use all the time. And a good way so that you guys can know just how powerful this is, if you look at blood pressure medication, if you look at the actual insert and you read the contraindications, one of the contraindications of blood pressure medication is walking barefoot on the earth because of how well it's been shown to support the hypothalamus of the brain and your stress response. So during this time, when everybody is under massive amounts of psychological stress and physiological stress, one of the best things that you can do is help your body better adapt to those stress. And again, you can do that for free in your backyard, or again, any grass that you find outside.
So the longer the better. Go outside and I don't know why, Doctor, you're so good at this. Yeah. As soon as we're done in the office, you walk outside, you go out there barefoot. I still have to train myself to do that, but just take off your socks, take off your shoes, sit out there. If you're going to sit out there with a book, sit with your bottom on the floor, but put your feet flat down on the ground and ground as long as possible. Even if you can only get 15 minutes in, if you're still working at an office setting or something like that, getting outside, of course, keep space between you and other people. But use grounding. It's free, it's natural, and the studies show that it's powerful.
It's remarkable, guys, and you can do that starting, tonight or tomorrow, right? And again, get outside, do these things. These are the things, the foundations that improve your health, again, dramatically. Why? Because you're making it a lifestyle. You're not just making it something that you do every now and then. You make this a part of your life and you get to see dramatic change, because that's the way our bodies were created in the first place. So hopefully that helped you guys out. I hope that, any information that we share with you guys is from our heart. We want you guys to get the most out of this and the most out of your health. So again, we had a lot of fun.
And make sure to share. People are really looking for information right now. Share with your friends and family. If you feel like a family member stressed out, say, Drs. Warren say, get outside, take some deep breath, ground and earth on the ground, and get some sunshine, guys. You have a wonderful night.